special night on the west side of Petaluma as the Trojans honor their seniors in the final game of the season. Petaluma, Sonoma Academy Girls Lacrosse, next.
Another wonder goal! Oh my goodness!
And a very good evening from Steve Ellison Field. I'm Griffin Epstein, joining you for a very exciting night in what should be a very good game between two even teams in Sonoma Academy and Petaluma. It will be a notional night as Petaluma honors their 5 seniors, but the Trojans are also looking to go out on a win. Their final game of the season, and they had a tight loss to Sonoma Academy last time. We expect another close game between the Coyotes and the Trojans, and potentially a young Petaluma squad can send out their seniors and send out their up and down season on top. They've been through a lot of adversity. We'll see if they can close it out the right way. Trojans, Coyotes, next, right here on Trojan Live. And we're going to let you listen in on the senior ceremony as Petaluma honors both Sonoma Academy and Petaluma, starting by honoring the Sonoma Academy seniors. Let's listen in.
Number 8, Nina von Racefield.
Oh my gosh! Thank you!
Number 10, Emily Ibeños Arreo.
Thank you.
Number 11, Emily Kasnier Marks. Number 13, Casey McKay. Number 14, Isabel Elder. Number 15, Anna Miller. Number 23, Olivia Zynek. And number 28, Grace Mendoza. And now for our 5 Petaluma High School seniors. First, number 8, defender Michaela Mahoney. Michaela is escorted by her mom, Colleen. She has played lacrosse for 8 years. Her favorite Petaluma High School lacrosse memory is being able to meet new people and learn new things. She plans to attend Santa Rosa Junior College next year. Number 12, our attack midfielder, Elise Osmond. Elise is escorted tonight by her mom, Nancy, dad, Rich, brother, Will, and her Grammy and Papa. She has played lacrosse for 9 years and is most proud of being team captain this year. Her favorite lacrosse memory is sweeping Casa Grande sophomore year. Next year, she is excited to attend University of Oregon as a psychology major. Number 15, attack and defender, Tess Barron. Tess is escorted by her parents, Suzanne and Bill. She began playing lacrosse in 3rd grade. Her favorite lacrosse memory is being able to be a part of such a great program and her teammates and coaches. Also, beating Casa Grande on their home turf in Battle for the Paddle sophomore year was pretty good too. She plans to attend Santa Rosa Junior College for 2 years and then transfer to a UC and pursue a degree in nursing. Number 22, defender Riley Zajan. Riley is escorted by her mom, Valerie, sister Taylor, and twin Jordan. She played lacrosse for 4 years. Her favorite team memory is when the team had a slip and slide at the end of practice right before this field changed from a grass to a turf field 2 years ago. Riley plans to attend Santa Rosa Junior College, followed by a UC. Number 26, goalie Audrey Nagy. Audrey is escorted by her mom, Cheryl, and dad, Ron. She has been on our team for 3 years and is most proud of getting MVP last year. A favorite lacrosse memory is getting spontaneously thrown into the goal as a sophomore and absolutely loving it. She plans to attend Santa Rosa Junior College's radiology technician program this fall. Congratulations to all of our Trojan seniors.
There are the 5 Petaluma seniors honored, and now it is time for the game coming up next. Just about ready to go. The Trojans make the huddle one final time this season, and the teams take the field after the national anthem and starting lineups. A nice crowd on this beautiful Thursday night on the west side of Petaluma as Sonoma Academy and Petaluma battle one final time this season to conclude the 2019 season in girls lacrosse. Sonoma Academy is 4-8 overall and 3-8 in VVAL, currently sitting in 5th place. Petaluma 4-10 overall, 2-9 in VVAL. A victory tonight, and they could tie the Coyotes for 5th place, but both team seasons will end tonight. Neither will qualify for the VVAL playoffs, making this game up all the more meaning you want to finish your season the right way. The Coyotes win the draw and we're underway. The Coyotes in the green with the black skirts and Petaluma in the white with the purple skirts. Both teams on losing streaks as well. They're trying to break as their season comes to an end. 2 halves, 25 minutes to decide things. Von Racefield trying to dip and dart around the talented sophomore Liz Monka, who was taking that opening draw for Petaluma. Good defense here early by Sheriff Shaw's young squad. So the Coyotes look for some action behind the X, dipping around, and Nagy, the senior, pokes it away, goes down and gets it. It's a big game for Audrey Nagy. She was out for the majority of this season and eligible, and being able to play, returned last Thursday, and the Trojans batted for the paddle, lost to Casa. Being able to play on her senior night means a lot. We'll see if she can have a big performance against the Coyotes tonight to go out. 2-year varsity keepers meant a lot to this program. Trojans' first offensive possession of the evening. Right around Osmond scoring! What a move by the senior! The senior captain goes right around the goal and completely fooled Annika McCarthy-Bellish, the junior keeper for the Coyotes. An athletic move by one of the most athletic players out on the field. And it's quickly 1-0 Trojans. Petaluma currently on a 4-game losing streak, coming off a 22-13 loss to Justin Siena, but trying to turn around things today as they're on the break and scoring. What a goal there. It was Juliet Maddox who finished the beautiful goal by the Trojans. Monka set her up. Monka winning the draw, and she just sprinted by everyone. Just exceptional speed by Liz Monka.
I'm sorry, with an assist by number 13, Kylie Moser.
She got it to Moser and to Maddox. Oh, the finish. What a start for Petaluma. We're not even 2 minutes gone, and the Trojans already leading 2-0. Monka wins the draw again. The sophomore is going to be around. Trojans will miss the 5 seniors they're losing, but Monka is the heartbeat and soul of this team. She goes in again and scores this time. The teammate on the last goal this time takes it herself, and Petaluma is rolling early. My goodness. 3-0, and the Coyotes can't put a defender on a Trojan right now. This Trojan stands is going wild right now. And Petaluma in complete control early of this one. and quite a turnaround from the last time these two teams faced off. It was a long time ago, by sports standards at least, March 12th. Early in the season these teams played. It was a back-and-forth game, 7-5 the final score, with the Coyotes getting the victory in part to exceptional goalkeeping by both Nagy in one of her final games that she was playing in, and by the Coyote goalkeeper. Hasn't been the case early here. The Coyotes dump it in back to the X. Trojan defense playing well so far. Lots of traffic in front of the net and never got there. 3-0 Petaluma with 22:15 remaining in the first half. The Coyotes badly need to settle into a rhythm here and claw their way back after 3 quick goals by the Trojans. Petaluma has had a habit of starting games fast, but finishing has been another story for much of the season. Inside, and scoring. Exceptional pass inside, and there wasn't much Nagy could do about it as Maria Montaños, the sophomore, puts the Coyotes on the board in a badly needed goal for them as well. 3-1 the score, with 21:42 left. We saw such a high-scoring affair, or a low-scoring affair when these teams played at Santa Rosa last month. It's been the opposite so far here, a barrage of goals early. Could be a fun evening that turns to night as the fog's rolling in and the sun setting. Petaluma wins another draw. Monk, after losing her first, has won 3 in a row. She's a big part of the Trojan success. Whistle is blown, and a foul. It's Nicoletta Johnson, the freshman, getting ready to take it in. She's going to get a penalty shot from the fan now and test a struggling Coyote goalkeeper. Freshman's had some big games, including a hat trick in the season opener, and she scores! Couldn't have taken the penalty shot any better. It's not an easy shot. You're still far away, but Johnson buries it in the corner, and the struggles continue defensively for the Coyotes. 4-1, and we are still not even 4 minutes gone. Johnson's got one, Monka's got one, Maddox has one, and Osman has one. Trojans are sharing the ball early and putting everything together. Often on a senior night, just a lot of emotion, and it's hard to put everything together early when you're so sad about your seniors, but the Trojans have turned their emotion and sadness into brilliant play and wanting to go out on top. Coach Sharashada, with her team on a 4-game losing streak, couldn't be happier by the way Petaluma started this one. With one more goal, the Trojans will have equaled how many they scored in Santa Rosa a month and a half ago. Not even 5 minutes gone yet. Better job there by the Coyotes, trapping the Trojan attacker, not letting any room. It's Petaluma looking for some more holes. They've found plenty. The Coyote defense has been about Swiss cheese early. As the Coyotes try to clear it, it gets away. It was the senior Mahoney chasing after it. The Coyotes able to win it, and then some contact there by Johnson, and pretty much any real contact besides a bump is going to be a foul in girls lacrosse. You can see the head coach for the Coyotes striding down to the pitch. If there's an aggressive head coach, it's Max Sweeney, coaching the Coyotes, who are a fledgling program. Their first year in the VVAL and only their second in existence. He is just shouting at his squad right now all the way downfield, almost unheard of. He's going to lose his voice pretty quickly. But it's not helping right now. This Trojan defense doing an excellent job. Has to have a lot more confidence with Nagy in goal as well. Dipping and darting around and trying to look for a shot. was fouls. Nothing there. The Coyotes will reset. Finally a whistle. As you can see, Sweeney still down there directing traffic. He is allowed to be down there, the players aren't. We're gonna have a penalty shot. Save is made by Nagy. So Coyotes weren't able to make it, but Nagy comes up big with a big save, and Mahoney taking it the other way. Oh, what a play by the senior, being cheered on by this crowd. Lost it, got it back. So athletic, the senior. Now she's got some room right down the middle and just missed wide. What a moment that would have been for the Trojan senior. Well, this place has plenty of energy early, especially for the 5 seniors out there. Many of these Trojans been on varsity since they're freshmen. JV team was only started last year. So for 4 of the seniors who were 4-year players, or 3 of them I should say, Mahoney transferred, been on varsity since they were freshmen, which was just a year before that it was an official school sport here, just 5 years old. Petaluma with his most successful season last year, a winning record, and it's been a lot of adjustments this year as we finally get resumed. Trojans have had to battle through a lot of adversity. It hasn't been easy and been a lot of wins, but Coach Schott has talked about how proud she is of this squad. And maybe tonight is the night where all the hard work they've done pays off. But a lot more hard work to do in this game. 17 minutes left in the first half, and Petaluma leading 4-1 as the Coyotes just dump it in back, and the Trojans recover. Riley Williams picks it up, and now there's a whistle. Some more housekeeping to be sorted out, but it will be Coyotes' ball. Nagy, just her 3rd game back, has already come up with a big save. Was ineligible for the middle half of this season and was a major issue for Petaluma. They really struggled. They never had a reliable goalkeeper, and it was just hard for their defense to trust their keeper. Was at the Justin Siena game. The Braves scored 22 points on them, 22 goals on them here. It can be hard if your goalkeeper can't even make the typical save to have any shot at winning a game, especially when this Trojan defense has had to stand up to a lot of point offenses in the BBAL as a young squad that's struggled to control possession. Trojans control possession here with Williams, and she gets it forward on the far right flank. And ahead to Monka, the leading goal scorer for Petaluma, the sophomore. She's got Moser. Oh, they whistled it dead. Moser was in the clear and would have had an excellent shot at goal. But they're going to stop it, and she'll get the penalty shot instead. So Johnson just scored 1. Moser's the other freshman. It's part of this young Trojan core. Top shelf finish. Kylie Moser, the freshman, adds to the total. And this Trojan offense is unstoppable early.
Goal number 13, Kylie Moser.
Trojan speed, athleticism, and so far working as a team, something they've struggled with this season, is paying dividends. 5-1 Petaluma, and still 15:42 remaining in this first half. A Coyotes scored 1, but they need an answer right now. Petaluma's wanted this one more so far. They've won all the draws. They've been quicker, they've been faster, more physical. You can tell how important this game is. And for Sonoma Academy, they've had some disappointing losses lately, including losing to Rancho Cotati. It was the first victory for the Cougars all season long. As an aggressive move by Moser right through the middle. Whistle foul, and she's going to get another penalty shot. I don't know about that one. but the Trojans will take it. Another chance for Moser to add to her total. A little bit of a tougher angle from the left side of the fan. Moser spins. Nice job by the Coyotes closing on her. Not making it easy that time. And scored! It's Osmond, her second goal on her senior night. Excellent ball movement, and Osmond scores from far out. It's been a disastrous night early for the Coyotes, and especially for Annika McCarthy-Bellash, the junior. She has not saw the ball at all, and has just been virtually unable to make saves right now. Trojans lead 6-1. And Sonoma Academy just does not look like a team with any fight. An impressive showing early by Petaluma. And they keep it up with a little over 10 minutes left in this first half. Mentioned Petaluma's on a 4-game losing streak coming in. The Coyotes on a 5-game losing streak. They beat Rancho Cotati 17-9 in their last game. As we see a little pick and roll almost there, and it does not work out. Coyotes lost to Rancho second time around in Runner Park 11-6, not even close. And they were just blown out last night in Napa by Justin Siena 23-6. That has to be hard. The back-to-back against a good Braves team that can score unlike anyone else in the league. And it was really a disaster. Your legs are tired and you're demoralized, and that's what it's really looked like early. And Petaluma played Justin in Napa on Tuesday, so they've had a little bit more time. Coyotes also played Windsor on Monday night, losing that one 13-8. So their third game in 4 days. And the end, and sometimes when you reach the end, things start to fray. You just have to give so much credit to the Trojans that hasn't happened. They've struggled so much this year with injuries, people being ruled ineligible, a young team, a new league, and just not a lot of victories to celebrate yet. They found a way to keep their heads up, and they've won a couple close games, beat both Branson and Clayton by 1 goal this season in non-league, and then the 2 victories over Rancho. And now trying to defeat Sonoma Academy, it means so much. Liz pokes it out. It's going to be a foul. The Trojans leading 6-1, and we're just past the halfway mark in this first half, with the Trojans in control, leading by 5, something they certainly are not used to. Petaluma has led very sparingly this season, especially by this margin. And their victories over Rancho Cotati were not big wins. Trojans defeated Rancho 19-11, pulled away late, and then defeated the Cougars 13-10 the second time around. That was a very tight one. Here's a penalty shot, and Nagy fends it off. Well, 2 big saves early by Audrey Nagy. She is not letting it come easy to the Coyotes. And from a liability in net the last couple weeks for Petaluma, they now have an asset in the senior. Using all her experience on varsity to her advantage. She's been cool, calm, and collected. Coyotes running their circles. The players race around the crease, trying to develop something. This final game of the 2019 season. Just been so slow developing for the Coyotes. They haven't had a lot of urgency. There hasn't been a lot of running, a lot of ball movement. And it's pretty easy to stay in front of your defender if you're just not moving the ball much. I think would be the issue right now for the Coyotes, and make it an easy night for this Trojan defense that's been poked apart much of the year. Coyotes pull it back out again. There's no shot clock in lacrosse, so you can take your time. The Trojans communicating loudly. A probing move, it's poked away. That's going to be a foul. So Nagy, see if she can come up big again for Petaluma. There's a penalty shot by Anna Miller, the junior for Sonoma Academy. And Nagy again fights it off. I'm not even sure it ever reached her. Trojans deflected it out. And the Coyotes will get it back again as they were the first to reach it before it bounced out of bounds behind these beautiful purple end zones at the still just over a year old, newly renovated Steve Ellison Field. Trying the backhand, Monka pokes it away as Montanos, who has the one goal for the Coyotes, try to get something. Sonoma Academy still has it. And the Trojans, this defense is going to start to get tired. You want to get a little bit more aggressive and win this ball. Inside and scoring. Montanos has been the only offense for Sonoma Academy, and after about 3 minutes of offensive attack, the Trojans finally open up a hole to make it 6-2. 9:27 remaining. However, you're up already by 5 goals. The Trojans, I think, will take 3 minutes just defending and being patient and having the Sonoma Academy just take their sweet time. The Trojans are confident in their offense when they get the possession. Coyotes' goals don't come in spurts. It could be tricky for SA to complete a comeback. Falling behind so early, so quickly. Von Racefield wins it. It's Montanos, as I should say, right down the middle. Nagy this time gets a poke check, and the ball out of Montanos' stick. That's who the Trojans need to control, as Monka is fouled from behind. It's a little bit more aggressive and bite in the Coyotes' bark now. They're starting to increase their intensity and get into this game. Trojans certainly can't fall asleep, even after their electric start. 3 goals in the first 2 minutes for Petaluma, and they led 6-1 before the Coyotes just cut it back down to 4 a minute ago. Here's Nicoletta Johnson, the freshman. Head coach Sarah Shada in her 5th year. Head coach all 5 years with this program has not been afraid to lead this program as the ball is loose. And now a whistle, and I think it's going to be a penalty shot. Well, the sloppiness in front of net by McCarthy Bilosh has been unbelievable. Should have that in her net, and she just dropped it, ran into her defender. It's going to allow for a penalty shot for Jacqueline Maddox, another freshman out there contributing for the Trojans. Fires and scores is an excellent job by Maddox. She completely fooled McCarthy Bilosh. And the Trojans answer the Petaluma goal and continue to cruise. Well, just too many penalties right now by the Coyotes and the fan. And there's just not been any answer to any of the penalty shots. The Trojans have done an excellent job with placement. You can tell they practice them. It's really been easy pickings. 7-2, the Trojans lead by 5. Petaluma trying to go out with a win, break a 4-game losing streak, and they would finish tied with SA in the league standings with a W. Of a whistle on the draw. Looks like it's going to be Trojan ball. 10 seniors on SA also playing their last game, honored before. It actually will be Sonoma Academy ball. Very cute senior ceremony saw before the game with the Sonoma Academy seniors and then the Petaluma seniors getting to walk out through the tunnel of sticks with the non-seniors on this team leading the charge as that one's in. Took an awkward deflection and somehow found its way to the back of the net. I think it hit the post. So the Coyotes grab a goal, and it's 7-3.
Number 22, Lorna Fowles.
Lorna Fowles is going to be credited for the goal for the Coyotes. We'll see if they can string some together, though. That's been their issue. Every time the Coyotes have gotten one, Petaluma has quickly answered. 6:39 remaining, still 7-3, Petaluma in front. All 5 Trojan seniors honored walk out with their parents. PA announcer read their favorite moments. You always love it to see senior ceremonies. And then they got the Petaluma Rivercrats girls lacrosse program involved, giving flowers to the Sonoma Academy players, and really just adorable to see that. And a nice twist, really welcoming the girls lacrosse community into this Petaluma program is the way that Coach Sheriff Shot is going to continue to build it and attract quality players and make lacrosse a growing sport. It has certainly become in Petaluma and continue to grow it. The Trojans hoping in the years to come they can build something on the west side. Casa has had their mark of late. An exceptional goal right down the middle. It's Anna Miller with the 1-2 almost Euro step and then finishing to the right of Nagy. And we have a ball game again. 7-4, and the lead suddenly cut to 3. The Coyotes, we talked about it, 10 minutes into this game, you suddenly saw them bring up their energy and start to really look like they were playing. And it's now making this game a battle. Coyotes done a nice job winning some draws as well, controlling the ball. Can Petaluma answer? Both teams itching for the season-ending victory. Going out on top, it's really something, a lasting memory. Inside the Trojans go, just a little too far. Nice pass from Monka off the draw, but Maddox couldn't hold on. I think for the first time all afternoon, McCarthy Baloche got a ball in her stick head. SA takes it the other way now. This Trojan defense has got to settle down, get woman on woman. A little bit sloppy the last couple minutes, and there's been some openings. Can see just a 5 minutes and change remaining in the first half. The Coyotes trying to get back in this game. Again down the middle, and Nagy able to poke it away. This time very similar to the last goal we saw from SA. And Coyotes control again. Over the middle, but unable to be completed. As it is Allison Gershak. Want to create that circle, build that wall around the net if you're Petaluma, and force the Coyotes to shoot from afar and not get near Nagy. But man, if you score that, it could be an interesting night. Anna Miller has back-to-back goals, and all of a sudden, it's 7-5. 3 straight goals by the Coyotes. And after the Trojans jumped on Sonoma Academy early, 3 goals in the first minute and a half, Sonoma Academy has responded. 4:34 remaining in the first, and it's 7-5. Petaluma has just not been used to holding leads much of the season, and quickly it is starting to evaporate. Johnson. Gets it to Monka. She can score from anywhere, but that's wide. And corralled by Jacqueline Maddox, who has a goal off a penalty shot. Trojans have gotten half their goals off penalty shots. Can they generate offense another way? Well, it doesn't matter right now. The Coyotes continue to just make silly mistakes in front of net and give Petaluma these opportunities, and the Trojans are beating McCarthy-Baloche every time. Charlotte Crysdale, the sophomore, will take it. More known for her exploits on the soccer field. And the save is made. Finally, McCarthy-Baloche comes up with a save. And now she's starting to get some confidence, and this whole Coyote team, you can see, gaining something as we have a break here. Riley Williams, the only defender back for Petaluma, and scoring coast to coast. What a goal! Maria Montañas found the ball at half field at the 50-yard line, and she took off. My goodness. Boy, as this game turned in a hurry, it really looked like the Trojans might cruise and the Coyotes might cave. But the experienced Sonoma Academy team has listened to their maniac screaming coach, settled in, and controlled this game for the last 10 minutes. 3 minutes left. Can Petaluma hold down the ship at least to get to the locker room? Some ball control would be nice. Trojans have Maddox open in front of the net, and she scores. What a pass and what a goal. Crysdale, who just missed the penalty shot, able to find the wide open Maddox, and Petaluma finally stops the run by SA.
With an assist, I believe, by Charlotte Crysdale.
A vital goal for the Trojans after 5 in a row by Sonoma Academy. This Trojan team, when they can start to connect and their chemistry's working, their offense can be a thing of beauty. It's just a young team, a lot of them haven't played together, just 5 seniors, almost half the team underclassmen, and they lost 11 seniors from last year. It's hard to piece it together. But you're at the end of the season, you've played games for 2 months and a half, practice for 3.5 months. Things start to ferment. Osmond over the middle. Oh, what a goal that would have been by Johnson. But she kind of rushed it, just threw it in front of the net, and it bounced right over. Trojans last year, talking about that team 8-7. They were 5-5 in NBL and tied for 3rd with Windsor. It was their first winning record in program history. And remember, I was here for seniors night last year. It was very emotional, and Trojans crushed Rancho in that game. Made NCS as well that year, and that class was special, but they've laid the foundation for the years to come. But there was going to be some rebuilding, no doubt. Under 2 minutes left to go, and the Trojans getting some ball control here, leading by 2. Monka. She scored 4 goals against Casa, as that one's off the post. An exceptional move as they found Moser out front, and she ringed it right off the iron. Trojans control again. Moser coming around through all sorts of traffic. Gets it back out to Monka, who flings it in front and scoring! What an athletic goal by Crysdale! Spectacular stuff from the sophomore. Springing up out of the air. I wonder what her vertical is. Like Superwoman, and throwing it into the back of the net. It went a perfect pass, too, from Monka over about 3 Coyotes, and found Crysdale on the back post to throw it home. That's exceptional offense by the Trojans. Petaluma has answered the Coyotes run, and Monka scores! 1, 2, 3, as easy as ABC. or as easy as L-I-Z maybe. Liz Monka adds the total for the Trojans. They have 10 goals in the first half, and they have 2 goals in 20 seconds. This game has been full of wild momentum swings. But the Coyotes, they answered the call and really let their guard down again. A couple exceptional plays by the Trojans, but that time it was just too easy for Petaluma. Some nice passes, and the Coyotes were left flat-footed. 1 minute left. Who's going to take the momentum into halftime? This has been a good one. Inside, and the Coyotes do answer. 4 goals for Maria Montañas. She has been spectacular, the sophomore. No doubt the star for the Coyotes. 10-7, and the Coyotes answer. 54 seconds left, still for anything to happen in this wild half. Senior night for Petaluma. I think we might also get a halftime show as well. The River Cats are warming up. We saw last year at the Battle for the Paddle game, boys River Cats played a halftime game, so see the girls do that tonight. That should be a little fun for a very large audience here tonight. Trojans gain possession, 45 seconds left. You'd love to hold the ball here, unless you have a really good opportunity, run down the clock and try to get a shot at the buzzer. Don't want to give the Coyotes another opportunity the way they're rounding into form offensively. But that one went out. It's Coyotes' ball apparently. Never mind on that now. Maybe SA tries that approach, but they give it up. Monka with 20 seconds remaining. Petaluma leads by 3. What's been an electric first half. Crysdale crossing, Monka, brilliant! Crysdale around the X, and Monka unaccounted for. She's just too speedy and too big for anyone to properly defend. Couldn't have drawn it up better too in the huddle. 11-7, and the lead's back out to 4. Just 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Monka to Crysdale, scores! Another goal off the draw. The Trojans' offense is on fire. No way with 7 seconds left Petaluma could score. Count me wrong. 6 seconds, Petaluma scores again, the 3rd time the Trojans have scored a goal off the draw in under 10 seconds. And because of that, they have 12 goals in this game. That's higher than most scores they've scored our season in a full game. The horn sounds. The Trojans were trying to score again, but what a first half. Petaluma puts 12 on the board in just 25 minutes. The Coyotes went on a run, cut it to 1, but the Trojans answered, and they are back in control of this one as we reach the halfway mark. 25 more minutes left in both of these teams' seasons. Can the second half top the first half? We'll see. 12-7 at the break. I mentioned there was going to be some halftime action with the Petaluma River Cats, so we wanted to bring you a little bit of the fun halftime festivities. As it's currently 1-1, and that one just misses high. White tied with black. It's 3-on-3 on this mini field with girls that I'd say are about between 7 and 10 maybe? I'm gonna guess. Taking a wild guess there. Petaluma River Cats program really teaches girls lacrosse, as that one has scored! And it's tied at 2. The celebrate music comes out. And we have a good one here between white and black and this Petaluma River Cats halftime entertainment.
18's got it as she sets up just outside the fan. To 24. Oh, she's got a seam. She sets up, fires, and scores! And they go wild. 3-2, Whites leads. Now we'll have to see if Black can answer. 6:40 left in halftime. I hope you're enjoying halftime festivities. Black's got it. You got to go the length of the field here. This is going to take some teamwork. Patiently waiting. She's got 11 out wide. She's looking for her. Oh, gets it to her. An excellent scoop. A dipping and darting, looking at the athleticism, firing and scoring. Spectacular stuff from Colazzi. And she is giving Black the lead back. Back and forth we go. This is a classic at halftime. To the X they try to go. A little too tall. The Petaluma is just watching this one and cheering on. SA's trying to focus and talk about strategy, but Coach Sarah Schott is letting her team just enjoy this one at half and confident in the way the team is playing. Oh, here's an opportunity. Tight defense, and it just goes wide. So here's 24s. White's going to try to set up and try to get the equalizer. Oh, tight defense here by Black, doing a nice job. These players got to hand out the flowers at senior ceremony, now getting to entertain the crowd with some excellent lacrosse. There's an opening for 87, but it's taken right away from her. Well, Colazzi's the most talented player on the field, but she has to pass the ball before she can shoot. Oh, here might be an opportunity. Colazzi heads to the X. But they're gonna shoot. Oh, it's just wide, but Colazzi picks it up behind the net. She comes back around, fires, sets, scores! So Black is gonna get the victory here. All right, real lacrosse. Not that this isn't real, but the big girls coming up next. You can see the fog coming in as we're ready to start the second half here of Petaluma and Sonoma Academy varsity girls lacrosse. That means it is cooling down. The sun has set. The lights are on here at Steve Ellison Field, and we are underway. 25 more minutes remaining in both of these teams' seasons. Who will come out the victor? 12-7. The Trojans leading in an electric first half. Petaluma had contributions from just about everyone. Nicoletta Johnson had 2. Elise Osmond had 2 goals for Petaluma. Liz Monka leads the Trojans with 3. Just another hat trick for her. That's really a day in the life for Monka, who scores all the time. Jacqueline Maddox, the freshman, had 2. Her sister, Juliet, as that one heads that out of your frame. Juliet Maddox had 1. Crysdale had the most spectacular goal of the game, going way up top to get it and throw it into net from a spectacular pass from Monka, who has a couple assists to boot with her goals. Complete team effort, no doubt, by the Trojans, and 12 goals is not something they're used to doing on their season. On track currently to go over 20. They've not even gotten close to that this year as Monka's got it, but we see some defensive adjustments as Monka throws it off the post. Still, it's this up and down thrilling pace. Both teams want it so bad. Trojans' high in goals on the season was 19 to Rancho Catati. But if you don't include that game, the most goals Petaluma scored all year was 13 to Rancho and 12 in their season opener to Clayton. Tonight has been special on so many levels. The Coyotes trying to make it a special night of their own as they score.
Score number 15, Anna Miller.
Anna Miller has a hat trick now for Sonoma Academy. They draw first blood in the second half, 2 minutes in, and cut the lead to 4. Petaluma did eventually go into a huddle before the scrimmage with the Petaluma River Cats came to a conclusion, and Coach Sarah Shawty did talk to her team with some adjustments. The defense hasn't been at its best today, and I think the Trojans have sacrificed some of it for an up and down fast style of game and just rapid goal scoring that's forced their defense to play a lot of defense. Johnson is bumped and fouled. As they go inside to Monka, the defense disappeared like the parting of the Red Sea, and that's a smart play by a Coyote to foul because it was going to be really easy for Monka. Now she'll at least have to work from it from the penalty shot. Doesn't matter. 5 goals for Liz Monka. She is unstoppable right now. The sophomore is something special for Petaluma. A Trojan treasure, no doubt. It will be around for 2 more years with this program, and she can really lead this team to high heights as the heart and soul. Someone that can always bring offensive firepower and goal scoring, and also wins draws. Such a vital part to start your possession by winning draws. She wins that one, gets it to her friend, freshman Moser. Trojans are playing 3 or 4 underclassmen on the field at a time. Monka right down Main Street, and she took everything with her. She scores again. The PA says 5. I have 6 in my score sheet, but we're all losing count now. My goodness, Monka. 14-8, and Monka single-handedly has put the Trojans up now by 6 after SA cut the lead to 4. For the Coyotes, you got a double team, get physical with her, foul her if it's not on the fan, and I mean, do anything to get the ball out of her stick. She's just unstoppable right now. 22 minutes remaining here in the second half with the Trojans leading by 6. Petaluma honoring its 5 seniors tonight. Riley Jean, Elise Osmond, Michaela Mahoney, Audrey Nagy, and Tess Barron. Barron out the rest of the season. She sprained her knee. That's not the correct medical term, but you got the idea. It was a fortunate injury, but Coyotes have gashed a wound in this Trojan defense. It's Wilson again.
Score number 15, Anna Miller.
Or Miller, I should say. Her 4th goal now. She is challenging Monka for the star power out on this Ellison Field. 14-9, the lead cut back down to 5. Well, really, possession right now is the key in this game because both teams are scoring at ease. And it's whoever has the ball is almost going to score. We've seen so few stops on both sides. Trojans win it again, and Coyotes win it again. That means look out. Nagy's made a couple saves, but it hasn't been her best night in net. Senior in her final game at Ellison Field after 3 years between the pipes for Petaluma. She's been over half the time this program has existed as an official school-sanctioned sport. Their goalkeeper. Trojans will have to find someone else next year. Moser came in after Mahoney was ineffective as keeper and played valiantly, but I don't know if she is the long-term option. She's so valuable as a goal scorer. Be interesting next year what Sarah Shawty decides to do, but with the young core, the future is no doubt bright, I think, for Petaluma girls lacrosse. Coyotes get patient here. We saw them score a goal in the first half after holding the ball for over 3 minutes. But again, down by 5, time is really not on their side, especially with Petaluma continuing to score easily. Trojans already now with their 2nd highest goal scoring total of the year. Ball rolls back, but the Coyotes take it. Exceptional move. Nagy able to poke it away as Lower Nafoulis, the freshman, found a seam. And Nagy comes up big. The Coyotes push it back out, and they'll reset with under 20 minutes remaining. Trojans lead by 5. And we have a foul, and this is going to be a penalty shot for Petaluma. The Coyotes trying to cut it to 4 now. And Nagy whisked it away. It goes behind to the X, and the Coyotes still have possession. Well, this has to be exhausting for this Trojan defense. They just cannot gain possession right now. It's nearing that 3 minutes like the first half where it's just the Trojans having to defend constantly. Firing, and it never reached the net. And the Trojans finally have control. As it is Monka again, gets it forward to Moser. It's 1-2, pass. St. Osmond couldn't finish. Exceptional play in net. Only the second save of the night by the Coyote goalkeeper, who struggled immensely, Annika McCarthy-Balash. Exceptional passing, starting with Monka again. She is the point guard, the quarterback, anything you can say of this team. Nice play by McCarthy-Balash to go up and get that. She throws it out. Nice effort saving it. This Coyote team wants it now. Both teams are playing with desperation. Their lives depend on it, and really their seasons do. This is it. Trojans jumped on the Coyotes early, 3 goals in the first minute and a half. They led 6-1, but after it was 7-2, the Coyotes win on a 4-goal run to cut it to 1 as Monka is fouled and is going to get a penalty shot. Nice team sportsmanship there. But after it was cut to 1, the Trojans quickly scored 4 of their own, and Petaluma took a 4-goal lead into halftime. They now lead by 5. Monka already with 2 goals in this second half. A chance to make it 3 and extend the lead to 6. Save is made. It was off the stick of McCarthy-Balash. Nice play by the Coyote keeper, gaining some confidence. It certainly hasn't been an easy night mentally for her or by the numbers. And the penalty, I believe, on the shot. Indeed, and it's going to be Nicoletta Johnson taking the penalty from the outer reaches of the fan, which is that blue lines that you can see barely on the field. That is knocked away, and it heads over the post. SA holding on by a strand here. They need to get possession back. Gain some ball control and claw back in this one. They can score in a hurry, but so can the Trojans. This game of wild momentum shifts. The Coyotes take it out, and they'll head down on the break. Von Racefield up against the sideline, and she was fouled, shoved out, right in front of the Coyote bench. SA gets it 4. They might have numbers here. Wilson has been unstoppable lately for SA. 4 goals for her. As the Coyotes take it to the X. 4-8 on their season opening for their 5th victory of the year. Petaluma hoping also for its 5th victory of the year and to finish tied with SA in the league standings, while both teams trying to go out on top on their season. Everything on the line tonight with 15 minutes remaining. Can the Trojans hold on? They've led wire to wire. The Coyotes are patient, there's no doubt about that. Trying to tire out this Petaluma defense as it's scored, spinning, turning, and flicking it towards the net. Right now, Maria Montañas is an unstoppable force. No goal, though. Well, an unstoppable force can be stopped by a foul, and that's exactly what happened. Armbar is the ruling, so no goal. That's a heartbreaker for Sonoma Academy. And Nagy will get to throw it out of her own net. She lobs it deep, and it's collected by Johnson. Bouncing around in front of the crease. It's loose. It has a nice job scooping it up by McCarthy Balosh. SA trying to run the other way. Sejan, the senior, in her final moments of her career, battling to poke it away. Trojans communicating. This is everything for this team. Rough year they've had with the losses, many of them blowouts. BVL new league's been a little bit more challenging than last year. Sonoma Academy in its first year, and the very good Justin Seattle Braves have joined from the Marin County Athletic League. Otherwise the same, but even the new league got better. Petaluma had to adjust to losing all its seniors, then had to deal with multiple injuries and multiple players ineligible, including the seniors. So it was only Mahoney and Osmond, and Mahoney was playing goal for much of the season. 5 seniors that are playing, and Barron's been basically out the whole year. SA's got a penalty shot here, though. And a nice spot, too. Trojans close quickly, though. Forced to retreat. Here's Vaughn Racefield. Senior and a Petaluma resident, fires, it scores! Final game of her career, and she makes her name known in her hometown. The lead is cut to 4. The Coyotes will not die.
I believe that was a score by number 8, Nina Von Racefield.
13 minutes plus remaining in this one. The sun is set, it is dusk at Steve Ellison Field, and it is dusk on both these teams' seasons. Back and forth, this has been a wild one and a fun one. Trojans win the face-off, so vital, or the draw, I should say, with this game of scoring and possession. Moser tried to do it herself. She finds it clogged right in front of the crease. And now a whistle, and I believe it's going to be a penalty shot for Moser. It will not be. She was just outside the fan, but will stay Trojan possession. Now it's Monka, and SA's just freaking out when Monka's sprinting towards net. A foul. No, a foul on Petaluma, apparently. Well, the Trojan fans were cheering. But it's going the other way for the green, and here's a break for the Coyotes. This crowd roaring. A whistle to stop play again. I believe it's a foul. A lot of stoppages, especially in the second half. It's been a little clunky. We've passed the halfway point of this second half. It will be a penalty shot for the Coyotes. Scoring top shelf. SA trying to get back on the comeback trail again. It's Lorna Fowles. Raises her hands to the sky, the senior. The Trojans extended it to 6, tied for their biggest lead of the game, courtesy of an early Liz Monka barrage early in this first half. SA has slowly and methodically gotten them back and been able to cut this lead in half. Back down to 3 every time, however, SA's had a surge. Petaluma's had a response. Monka has led that. Decides to pass it out. The sophomore star in shining armor, leading what has been a brilliant offensive game for Petaluma. Moser's had a nice night, two goals, a couple of assists for the very talented freshman who always comes to play. Back to Monka. Max Sweeney, the coach for SA, still screaming his head off. And it works this time. SA with the steal. And it's going to be Coyote ball. So another infraction on Petaluma, helping SA out here. Nice aggression there by the Trojans, though, slowing down this break. You've got to get some body on body. Make Sonoma Academy slow down into their set here, and it's going to at least be time until they can get a good opportunity at net. The Coyotes a slow working team. The Trojans have done a great job in close games, as that one goes just wide. Petaluma has only played 3 games this season decided by 3 goals or less, and they have won all 3. 2 one-goal victories, one over Branson in their season opener over Clayton, and a 3-goal victory over Rancho Cotati. Von Racefield's got an opening. The Sonoma Academy crowd was shouting at her to shoot. Now she does and scores! 2 goals by Von Racefield in the last couple minutes. It's 14-12. And the Trojans on the back foot. Sarah Shada looks like she's going to unload her bench. She doesn't like the energy she's seeing currently from the Trojans on the field. In fact, she's going to call timeout. 10 minutes remaining in this one. Petaluma led by 6, and once again it looked like the Trojans were in control. But Sonoma Academy has not stopped fighting. The lead cut to 2. Can the Trojans get their 4th victory over the Coyotes? Or will the Coyotes come out on top in this final game of the year? A healthy crowd on hand tonight. Many Trojan fans and also many fans made the trip from southern Santa Rosa to cheer on the Coyotes. Plenty of balloons. We got the signs for the seniors, flags, pom-poms, or whatever you call those long sticks, streamers maybe, purple and white. Everything to celebrate the seniors, but in the end, a win is what celebrates the seniors the most. Monka will duel once again with Von Racefield. She wins it this time. Petaluma controls as we go under 10 minutes remaining in both these teams' seasons. Right down and scoring! They cannot stop her!
Score number 16, Liz Mason.
Unbelievable. All right, now if you're Monka, you just take it into your own hands. SA has no answer for her. They've doubled her. They've got physical with her. They've hit her stick. They've left other players wide open to try to make her pass. It's not working. Monka has 6 goals, and right now there's just no reason for her to even give up the ball. She's on fire, and their shots, the accuracy is exceptional, as is the power on it, and it's just so challenging for anyone to stop it, especially Annika McCarthy-Balash, who can't be confident on her performance tonight. Now 15 goals given up. Done better job in the second half after 11 in the first, but it's still been a struggle. Trojans break the 3-0 run by SA. Coyotes get a steal and take it the other way. They'd love to score on the break here. Time's still not on their side. Well, they've shown a nice job clipping away and knowing they don't have to get all the goals at once. Our head coach, Max Sweeney, screaming like a madman. I get it, it's scoring. There's just holes opening up in this Trojan D when they communicate. It's like a jail cell, you can't get out, but when they don't communicate, it's like a jail cell where they forgot to put the locks on and the security guards didn't show up to work.
I'm not sure who scored, but it was a score by Sonoma Academy.
15-13, as it was Maria Montanos, the sophomore, again.
Maria Montanos.
What a game she's had. Make it number 5 for her. Both her and number 15 and Anna Miller have done a great job for SA and being the main offensive production and making it a rough night for Nagy. What a pass and score!
Liz Manka with an assist by Kylie Moser.
Manka scores again, soaring like a bird through the heart of the Coyotes defense, and with a flourish finishing past the Sonoma Academy keeper. The Trojans answer again. What a pass to from Moser. Monka and Moser have been playing lacrosse since the River Cat days. We saw the River Cats. Those two really have a special connection. And it is shown tonight on a night to celebrate the seniors. The underclassmen have stepped up big time. Moser wins it. 16-13, 8:40 remaining. Monka, not this time. Finally a save made on her. She has 8 of the 16 goals for Petaluma tonight. Mahoney trying to run this one down. This crowd getting vocal. SA's able to win it. Now a whistle and a stoppage. Hard to hear it right now. This place is, for the about 100 people in the stands, it sounds more like 1,000 right now. Well, nice job just trying to knock it away, but I think they're going to roll a foul. They haven't allowed for much physicality tonight, that's for certain. And it is indeed going to be a penalty shot. Once again, it's going to be Anna Miller. Can Nagy come up with a big save? Yes, what a save by Nagy! That one was ripped, but Nagy comes up massive. The senior Audrey Nagy with one of the saves of her career. Mahoney gets it forward, but it's knocked away. And then a hard hit to the head. Shattuck, who's a wrestler, elbowed Allison Gershak. Well, neither team looks tired now. Full speed ahead. Guts and adrenaline as Moser forcing Gershak again out. Another senior. Misplayed by Wilson, but she's able to scoop it back up. So SA will settle in. They trail by 3. They've trailed by as much as 6 tonight. They cut it down to 1 in the first half. They recently cut it down to 2. But Liz Monka has just kept on answering in this Petaluma second half to keep the Trojans afloat. Coyotes look for some action from the X. The run inside. Taken away, but there's a whistle, and that's not good news for the Petaluma defense. Another penalty shot. Can Nagy make another save? She had a brilliant one a minute ago. Gershak misses wide. The pressure applied from Monka behind helped force the rush miss. She could feel the Trojans breathing down her neck. Another whistle and stoppage. Clock does not stop in girls lacrosse, so it continues to run. At this point, whistles help Petaluma. 5:30 remaining. Petaluma 16, Sonoma Academy 13. Can the Trojans get a sweet victory? Both teams on long losing streak. Petaluma 4 straight losses, SA 5. but someone will finish their season with a victory, and both teams have certainly played their hearts and souls out tonight, as some instructions are going to be handed out. Three on one now, opportunity here for SA based on the penalty. Shooting in wide. Exceptional job by the one girl back for Petaluma. It was Joe Rocco, the freshman, Joe Rocco. As cool as her name is, her defense even cooler there. It's not a most attractive to possession to be the back defender on a lacrosse team, but she comes up with an exceptional play there, outnumbered 3-1. SA should have gotten a good shot off there, but Rocco, the freshman, didn't let it happen. Well, you get the importance of the underclassmen on this team from watching this one. 4 minutes remaining. Is this crowd getting hyped up? To the X goes Emma Kaiser-Marks. And now around is Wilson and scoring far post. The double circle around the net couldn't have worked better, and it put Petaluma's defenders' heads on a swivel till they fell right off. 16-14, the lead cut back down to 2. Again, patient offense by SA. They have been remarkably patient. The experience on their squad, certainly a big part of that. And with 3:39 left, the Coyotes put the pressure back on Petaluma to respond. This face-off is big as ever between Von Racefield, the senior, and Monka, the sophomore, and the Trojans win it. Oh, you're going to take your time if you're Petaluma, and I know that's out of their comfort zone. This is a team that likes to go fast on offense. But for the Trojans, time is their friend, but never mind. Inside, and Nicoletta Johnson fired. The save is made. It's been a much better second half for the Coyotes defensively, but especially for their goalkeeper. Annika McCarthy-Balash, after 11 goals given up, including some bad ones in the first half, just 5 goals given up, and 4 of them have been by Liz Monka and her brilliance. McCarthy-Balash can't stop the sophomore, but she's made a couple nice saves and has really kept Sonoma Academy in this game. The Coyotes, though, turn it over. Moser racing along. She has all the speed she wants in the world, and now she'll settle in. A pass a little bit too far for Osman. The senior captain means so much. She's the vocal leader of this team. 4-year varsity player trying to help carry Petaluma to a final victory. Just over 2:20 remaining. The lead is 2. Monka. Now Petaluma will take its time wisely. The Coyotes need to get a little bit more aggressive defensively and try to get a steal. Osman just lets Racefield fall in her shoes. Trojans throwing it around. They get it to Monka. That's who they want to have it. Now 1:45 left. This is the teamwork and chemistry to want until Osman almost a little too confidently dropped it. Now to Nicoletta Johnson. 1:30. Max Sweeney telling his Coyotes to get more aggressive and start pressuring. They have to now. A 2-goal lead for the Trojans under 90 seconds. An exceptional move by Moser. Now she goes, diving through the defense. A shot on goal, but it was only a trickle to the goalie. They're going to throw it out. Mahoney nearly took it away. The Coyotes scoop it up, and it's a race down the field. 1 minute left. The Coyotes must score, and it must be fast now. No time for dilly-dallying. There's a potential overtime period, but it's taken away. A key steal here. It is Monka again. Who else would it be? All the way forward. What a pass forward. It's still loose. 35 seconds remaining, and finally a whistle to stop the chaos descending over Ellison Field. Wow. El Eleno, who was called up from JV halfway through the season, nearly scored the game-clinching goal. Now Petaluma just needs to hold on to the rock. 30 seconds left, they lead by 2. They get it to Osman, and back to Brooklyn Shettick, another underclassman on this team. Trojans just knock it back. Anything you can do to hold on. Time running out on the season for both sides, but for Petaluma, it is going to be a finish where they want it for their 5 seniors. A finish on top. The Trojans have defeated Sonoma Academy.
Our senior night tonight, the final score of Petaluma Trojans 16 and your Sonoma Academy Coyotes 14.
16-14, the final. This was a good one from Steve Ellison Field. The Trojans jumped on the Coyotes early, but Sonoma Academy made this a ball game. They refused to go away. Both teams battled hard, and in the end, the Trojans held on. A gutsy performance. Liz Monka was absolutely brilliant tonight for Petaluma. Audrey Nagy came up with a couple saves when it mattered, and this Trojan team held its poise for its fifth victory of the season, and they are going to finish tied for with the Sonoma Academy, both at 3-9 in league. Final score once again, 15-13. Sonoma Academy finishes 4-9 in their season overall, and the Petaluma Trojans will finish their season 5-11. Interviews coming up next after the Trojans get a big senior night victory.
We're here with all 5 Trojan seniors: Michaela Mahoney, Elise Osman, Audrey Nagy, Tess Barron, Riley Zajon, and Slotted Hams. You guys go out on top with a thrilling victory. What did this mean?
It was so good! It was so good! We put so much effort in this whole season, our whole team, and it just exploded tonight.
We got screwed over pretty much the whole season, and we came back and we won!
Yeah! Thank you to everyone and Coach Shadek. She's the best.
Yeah. Freaking love her.
If that's what you're asking, but yeah.
You guys worked through so many challenges, as you said, as you guys are the experienced leaders on this team. How are you guys able to keep your heads up throughout the year, as Coach Shada was talking about in your last huddle?
We all came out and put so much effort in.
I would say camaraderie.
Yeah.
We're all really good friends. We all love each other as like sisters and friends, and it's just like, it's awesome.
It was just working together to like make it the best it could be.
Yeah,
It was great.
yeah.
This game was really close at the end, back and forth. Most except for Tess, all you guys were battling out here on the field. What do you think was the difference in being able to pull out a victory over Sonoma Academy when you lost previously to them?
I think we really wanted it tonight.
And our
we
chemistry.
Yeah, our chemistry's gotten way better.
It just worked.
Yeah.
Lastly, guys, final game here tonight. What are you going to remember about your careers with this program, and how do you feel like this program is going forward with so many talented underclassmen?
I think it's going to turn out to be an amazing program, and it's just been super fun because my first year was my freshman year, so it's just been super fun building my skills with Shada and just this entire team.
Yeah, and we have such a strong JV team right now. Like, there's so many new girls who are really excited to play, and I think they're going to really bond together and do really well throughout the next couple of years.
And
It's really
Shada's an
exciting.
awesome coach.
Shada's the best coach ever.
And she'll be a legend for life.
Thank you guys so much. Congratulations. From 5 seniors to one very special sophomore, 6 goals tonight. What was it like out there? You just looked like you were in complete dominance.
Well, it was very competitive and intense, and it was just a lot of teamwork and passing that went well.
This final game for these 5 seniors, final game of the season. You guys have had so many challenges and things you've worked through this year. How important was getting a victory here tonight?
I think it just really improved our morale and our belief that we could be better than what we had shown previously in the games.
You're such a skilled player out on the field, but you also really involved your teammates tonight with a lot of assists. How do you both try to contribute goal scoring and balance that with getting everyone involved for the good of the team?
I try and take my shots when I have them, but if there's a chance that I won't make them and someone else has a better shot, I'll just give it to them because I believe that they can catch it and I know that they can make it.
You guys have a bright future going forward, so many talented underclassmen. How do you hope to help build this program as you look forward to the next couple years?
I think we always have good freshmen coming in, and I think the freshmen and everyone coming in will also help build the program.
Thank you so much, Liz. Congratulations on the big game. What a wild evening here tonight at Steve Ellison Field as the Trojans defeat Sonoma Academy 15-13 in a back-and-forth game. The Trojans led wire to wire, but every time Petaluma looked like they were going to pull away and cruise to victory, Sonoma Academy battled back. But man, Liz Monk, especially in that second half, carried the Trojans. But this team played as a team throughout, defended well. Audrey Nagy had a couple big saves. You can see she was pretty pumped about the victory. And the Trojans found a way to get a massive victory to end the year. They had only beaten Rancho in league, but now they get their third victory in league and their fifth victory in this season. For everything they worked through, young team, new league, injuries, ineligible, not a lot of wins. They played as one, they kept their heads up, and they finished with a win. Means a lot for a great group of girls, and there's a bright future, no doubt, with Monka at the forefront with it for this varsity girls lacrosse program. It is my final game covering the girls lacrosse team, so I want to thank all of the players, Coach Chada, all the interviews done over the last couple years. It's been a lot of fun to cover this fledgling, very young, the youngest sports program at Petaluma High in girls lacrosse. Wish them all the best in the future. Know they are going to continue to bring smiles to Trojan faces as a growing program. We might see some of those Rivercats we saw at halftime out here at Ellison Field in purple and white in years to come. That's going to do it for everyone at Trojan Live. I'm Griffin Epstein from Steve Ellison Field. Once again, the final score, Petaluma defeats Sonoma Academy in their final game of the season, 15-13. So long.